girl. Test run, 1, 2, 3. Test run, I love cheese. Not no more though. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi YouTube. It is Gabriella from Nope. Hi guys, it's Gabz Stars back with another video in a whole different setup, in a whole different look. I am giving you very much. That's what I'm giving you. I really like these braids. I did blonde for the first time and I'm really feeling it. It's springtime. Woo! The time has begun. We are here. We are in the spring awakening, the spring blooming, the April showers for the May flowers type of vibe. It's really giving blonde, baby. And oh, the inches. How have you guys been? It's been like maybe 2 months now. Yeah. Maybe 2 months. I just be flowing with the wind, and I'm back and better, and that's all that matters. Okay. And today we're sitting down, we're talking as per usual, but I'm trying to spice it up a bit. And today we're gonna talk about moment of silence, because this topic is so dear to me. Meditation. Where do I even begin? Wow. Meditation has changed my freaking life. Keep it a buck 50. Now, meditation can actually be many different things depending on the way you see it. I'm speaking on traditional meditation of sitting in silence and watching your thoughts. And watching your thoughts without judgment, and watching your thoughts to the brim and the core of what they are. And so I started meditating at the beginning of quarantine, reached a year like a few weeks ago, and it was very random. There was this ad that came up on SoundCloud, I think. SoundCloud or Spotify. It was an ad for Headspace. And I was like, it was like, you know, some just meditating, watching your thoughts. What would it be like, whatever. And I was like, I didn't think about meditating before. And so I was like, why not? 7-day free trial. Let me just get into it. Let me get in tune. What else is there to do? Because quarantine's just started. Oh my God, I'm gonna be with myself for literally every second of the day. Let's try something new. So I got Headspace, and the first 7 days were free. And it started me off with the basics pack, which is a 10-minute session, 10 days. And it basically taught me the basics of meditation, not just, I guess, this idea of meditation, but really sitting down in silence and watching your thoughts. Not going in with the mindset of, oh, I'm going to be meditating. Like, it was more like, I'm going to be putting on this cape and watching my thoughts for what they are. And I just remember the first day I meditated, after I was done, I was like, whoa, you know, not like a wow. Like, I just felt so just calm. And of course, in that moment, in that feeling, it made me want to continue, because I remember I was meditating on my mom's bathroom floor, closest to the back of the apartment, because she was watching TV. And I was just sitting on the floor, and wow, it was something different. It was something different for sure. I'd never taken the time out to do that. And so I had done that every day, because Headspace loves to advocate for the fact that, you know, meditation is a practice. Meditation is something that should be a daily thing, you know, whether that's 5 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day or an hour a day or 45 minutes a day. Like, that is something that, in my opinion, should be a daily thing. Now, you don't have to, of course, but they love to say you're going to get the most out of it. Now, and meditation is not about what you get out of it, really. It's about, you know, just the process that you learn from it. What you get out of it is just one of the gifts. And so I started doing that every day. Would go back to my, hey mommy, I'm gonna go meditate in your bathroom vibe. She's like, okay, Gabby. And those 7 days went by, but it was mad weird because they went by, but I didn't have to pay. With the non-premium subscription, you get like maybe one session, but this just kept going. So I got to finish the basics 1 pack, which was 10 minutes each and 10 days. So I did that, and it was like, it lured me into this idea of what it would be sitting in silence. Then I started basics 2. Basics 2, I think, upped the minutes, so it was 20 minutes, which is Headspace's like regular sessions. 20 minutes is the highest you can go, 5 minutes the least. And so I started doing that daily, and week 2 was the hardest part. I feel like it started to enter this picture for what meditation really was personally to me, and watching my thoughts that are lifelong worth of thoughts. And so then it started getting hard, because with meditation, as you start to really sit in silence, you see the base root of what your thoughts are, and then you continue to dive deeper within, deeper into your like core, into your center, into your surface. You start to go deeper into what these thoughts mean. And of course, with that came this judgment. And on top of that, with these feelings and thoughts of judgment, of seeing harder thoughts that would come upon me of myself, of how I talked to myself, of how I talked about others in my head, about how I evaluated situations in my head when I would be mad at my mom or my dad, especially because quarantine was hitting different, just being with your parents and your siblings, and, you know, just getting used to seeing them every day. And I used to really have a mouth when it came to talking back. So on top of that, just like moments in time, I just remember like, ooh, them thoughts came to the surface, and I sat there and was the watcher. But of course, in that second week of the 10-day pack, I didn't really know how to handle all those emotions that came from that one thought, or those several thoughts, or those thoughts that passed by. And I like to see each thought being different, and all of it, the base root being a thought, but all of them being like, they're coming and going. Headspace loves to say, and this is where I got it from, the clouds are passing by, and behind those clouds is always a blue sky that's quiet, confident, and the watcher of those thoughts and feelings passing by. And so then week 3 came by, and the extremeness of the meditation kept coming every day, but it only drew me in to go in more and to start meditating longer. Basics pack became my self-esteem pack. This one was different. It was 3 different courses and 10 days in each course. Space likes to use first like 5-10 deep breaths, and then body scanning as the first exercise in sitting down in the silence, and then sitting there and watching your breath, and then using your breath as a tool to bring yourself back to the surface of watching. That's what the breath really does. And so in the self-esteem pack, they basically gave me this new technique of using visualization, just like kind of like the body scan, but the visualization of imagining the sun, or imagining a bright being coming from above and like spreading throughout my whole body. That one exercise is the whole session, those 20 minutes, and then it goes on. There's so many different exercises and techniques that Headspace uses that just changed my life, like honestly. And so I continue to do that every day. God's plan that I didn't have to pay for Headspace till like 2 months in, and then I was like, mommy, please, like, this is like paying for Netflix for me, like, please. And that's all I did. And then I started to develop the habit of doing yoga every day. And that's a whole nother topic of discussion that we could talk about later. But meditation in itself is not even just about the results or the change in yourself, but it's really about, in my opinion, how you start to see not only your thoughts, see yourself, and how that affects how you see the world around you. Like, specifically for me, in noticing how I used to speak to myself, how much I used to judge myself off the littlest things. Because yes, that's just human living. That's based on traumas of years and just other situations, stories, and past times, and just growing up. You grow up with traumas, you grow up with lessons, you grow up with blessings, you grow up with mistakes, just kind of like internalize and like grow inside your brain, unconsciously there, but we're living through them. We're living through our past and the fear of maybe the mistakes we had, drawn to how we don't maybe want the future to go, or how we do want the future to go, just based on what we've experienced. And where I started to be the watcher of it, And like with that, of course, comes these feelings and these pains and like, oh my God, your body already reacts to feelings and thoughts, but it's like, oh, like literally. And then just on top of that, starting to take what I was learning from myself and my relationship with myself and how that projected into my relationships with my parents, my sister, my friends, dropping how others thought of me. Like there's so many ideas and obstacles that I started to really see that I was going through just by sitting in silence for like 20 minutes a day, which became 40 minutes a day, which became an hour a day, and just sitting there and really just being thankful for life, because we don't know if tomorrow is going to happen and we don't know what is to come. We only know what is now. Another big lesson I learned was that the present moment and the now is what is the most important thing. This second right now, not what happened and not what's going to happen. Obviously, our mind is in those areas because of fear. At least I know for me, my mind being so caught up in the past and what was, or scared about the future and what may be because of how things went in one situation, or how things didn't go, or how they did go and how beautiful that was and how I want it to be like that, or how it didn't go and like how scary that shit was and like how that shit affected me so deeply that I couldn't even see. I lost myself and how I think that's gonna happen again, or how this person lied, and like just like life, fears, emotions, feelings, like all of that being so clouded in the present moment that we lose track of like, okay, I'm sitting here on top of this chair, pressed up against, using my senses to ground me, using my breath, which is my surface of my being that like I did not really live through until I really started meditating, breathing every second. Meditate, just like meditate. Like you do not have to pay for an app. You do not have to pay for Headspace. You can literally, I'm not always using Headspace. A few months later into just meditating, I started doing different types of meditation, chakra meditation, listening to frequencies, movement meditation, dance, all of that without an app. Headspace just taught me what meditation really was, despite this idea and this mainstream idea of it versus like the actual act of it, and just experiencing the act for itself. Literally everybody needs to do this. That shit ain't easy. It's not because it's like, whoa, I did not know I was like that. Or whoa, I didn't know I was like that. Like, wow. It's like you to the core and surface without my attachment to these thoughts and feelings. It's just me for me as my soul, as my being and the person I am without this image. Like, and there's so many lessons I learned from meditation. It's about what I feel, not what I really see. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. I think that's what I'm going to make this channel about. I've already kind of gotten into it, these ideas that I've learned, like letting go of control, letting go, releasing. All the videos I've made are based on just ideas that I've learned from meditation. And of course, we are all unique and individual through our own stories, our traumas, our experiences. We are all different, yet at the same time, to the base, we are all human with a heart, a mind, and a soul. And just a bunch of layers over that make things really difficult. That makes life really difficult. Rest easy to DMX, because I was watching an interview with him earlier. Addiction is the number one, and it doesn't even have to be substance addiction. Addiction in general, being addicted to something to kind of get your mind off of something else, or to sometimes, I know with me, to go deeper into those dark parts of yourself that you want to like to unpeel and analyze, which then leads to other things, overanalyzing, overthinking, being very paranoid. I know with me being super paranoid with others because I know the truth about what's going on with me and all of this stuff, right? All of that being so sad and thinking that there is no way out. Like there is no way out of that, and feeling like there is no way out, and truly believing that because of what we saw or what we've experienced in our lives. And it's so sad he had to go so soon at 50 through an overdose. It's so sad, but now he is back where he belongs in heaven with God, with Aliyah. I pray for his family and I pray he's resting in peace. Now it's not easy to be like, all right, just start meditating. Like some people really think meditating is corny, you know what I'm saying? An opinion, you know, can't, whatever. But in finding at least something to zoom in, but zoom out into those thoughts and feelings, but zoom out to be the watcher and let go of that judgment, although judgment is inevitable just because of how we were raised and how we were put on this world. But like seeing also that judgment as a thought and just letting it pass by. The clouds are passing by, blue sky. My main lesson from this video is start meditating, whether that be moving, whether that be challenge yourself, like setting a time limit, or like whether that be thinking. Thinking could be meditating because you're watching your thoughts, but becoming that watcher of the thoughts makes us who we are, and it all grounds down and spirals back into this idea that we are one thing and everything is in place for a reason, although there are challenges and obstacles. But the main important thing for me is the process of just learning us for who we are. And start meditating, like challenge yourself and really meditate for the knowledge of yourself that could and will start to project on your relationships with others and relationships with things and everything, just everything. So yes, that is my video. So that was my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little dilly-dally talk on meditation, my point of view of it. And I will hope to see you guys soon. I will see you soon, whenever that happens. This will be up very soon. I'm going to challenge myself to get it up by tomorrow. Today's Sunday, the 11th. I'm 18 in the month in a day. Oh, yes. And yeah. Night, guys. Gabz Starzy out.